Hi again. I just had a little thought. One of the things that I'm doing at the moment is something called a psalm a day, as I'm sure you're aware from my channel on YouTube. But also for the past 2 years what I've been doing is writing a series of books, all of which are for sale. It's called Itinerant Thoughts, based on the thoughts of an itinerant preacher, me. And it doesn't represent any church, Catholic, Anglican, Methodist, Baptist, Free Church, Evangelical or whatever. It's just my thoughts based on a chapter a day of the Bible. Now you will know, if you read your Bible, if you use things like Every Day with Jesus, that you might do half a dozen verses, a few little thoughts from Selwyn, underlikes, and then maybe a prayer at the end if it's Our Daily Bread. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. You have a time of prayer. But me, when I do that, I think to myself, that's not enough. So a couple of years ago, my wife challenged me, start with Matthew's Gospel, read a chapter a day, and then write some notes. Have a prayer time, write some notes. I started doing that, did chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and so on. And before I'd got to the end of Matthew, and then Mark, and then Luke, and so on, I suddenly realised that once I got Matthew, Mark, and Luke done, I'd have a book. So I thought, okay, and I translated it all into a book and started publishing on something called www.lulu.com, which is where most of these are. The first book was the Synoptic Gospels, name Robert Johnson, if you want to know, if it's not on the channel already. So if you go on Lulu, you'll find it there. It's about £4 or £5, something like that. And what it's designed to do is let you read a chapter a day, have a think about that chapter for yourself, and then I add some thoughts in there for you to read, about 3 or 4 pages, sometimes less, sometimes more. A little bit more modern, a little bit more depth to it, I suppose. And believe me, there'll be some things there that you don't agree with me on. I expect that. And I accept that as well. Because we're all different. We all read our Bible and interpret it in different ways, whether we're literalists or whether we are more liberal, more wider in our thinking. I'm an English teacher. I'm taught and trained to look at a passage in something and really pull it apart, tear it apart, savage the thing, if necessary, to get to the real meaning, or even a hidden or implied or subliminal meaning. So what some of my itinerant thoughts, and that's the name of the book, do is actually have a go at doing that. If you want to buy them, they are available, www.lulu.com, where they will print you an individual book off and post it straight to your door. Have a go, have a look, see what you think. If you like them, mention it on here. God bless you.